to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. Pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who... snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old, I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Entonces, claro, entonces la otra será la tataranieta de este.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit... This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark...
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone.
¿Cómo que el grupo se desintegra?
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Tampoco se puede saltar. No sé, lo veo todo un poco raro, ¿eh? Lo veo todo demasiado raro. Ah, ya está, ya se puede saltar, perfecto. Venga, vamos a hablar primero con la Kisara.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway?
All I know is Shion needs our help.
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have... Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own. The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who... Not only that, but do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting?
What I've been...
O porque quieres apretarte a la otra.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, it's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded the world, even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone.
Pero siguen habiendo muchos huecos.
Certainly everyone I knew,
Demasiados.
my family, my friends.
Yeah, I know. I have no home to return to either. I used to... Although if that had been the case, I'd never have met up with you.
Have you learned to embrace your...
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think... I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign...
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, poor Xion must be lonely.
Yeah, you're right.
Y el otro no le dolía, tío. Ay. Falta el otro,
You're
falta el...
certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first... And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremony. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still... I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more...
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to...
Thanks for letting me in here.
Please, no thanks are necessary.
Ay. Chicos, lo voy a dejar por aquí, que estoy triste. Echo de menos a Ari. Ay, por Dios. Lo siento, ¿vale? Pero lo voy a dejar aquí. No. Adiós, buenas noches.